Hello, Dodger fans. Welcome back to another episode of the Blue Dugout Podcast. Your host, of course, Chris Pacheco. Let's get into this one where we've got the Dodgers against the Miami Marlins. What a series it was for the Dodgers. I mean, their bats came alive so well in this one. They stayed hot the whole way through. I mean, of course, playing an NL team that's at the bottom half, we still capitalized on it. We still made sure that we took the series in a sweep fashion. Unfortunately, it got a little close in game one, but let's jump into it. Obviously, the Dodgers strike first in this one, and they did a great job right away of getting the bats hot. I mean, bats that have kind of been a little bit cold started coming alive a little bit more. Freddie Freeman, of course, showing some more life. Teoscar Hernández, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, of course, going off. Andy Pages' bat staying alive as well. All these guys looking good. And then we've even got Dustin May on the mound for the Dodgers, who actually is doing pretty well through about 5 innings. You know, doesn't really allow anything to happen. A couple of hits, but nothing big. People getting into scoring position, but he allows them to stay there. The performance that he puts up does a great job. Then we get to the top half of the 6th inning, where unfortunately he gives up his first earned run of the game, and then he's pulled after that for every woman's favorite Dodger, Anthony Banda, and unfortunately he can't keep the door shut. He allows a big grand slam to happen, and unfortunately that now makes it a tie ball game. Miami Marlins, LA Dodgers 5-5. So unfortunately this is not looking good for Anthony Banda right now. Hasn't had a terrible start to his season. However, this isn't the first time this has happened. He allowed something like this to happen in Washington. He's allowed other runs to score. In my opinion, he is one of my favorite relievers in terms of the Dodgers. He's got a very, very good delivery. He's got some great pitches. He was a big asset for the Dodgers in the 2024 postseason, but unfortunately in 2025, it just looks like he's not having the same type of feel, leaving balls up for guys to hit. So this costs him big. Our bullpen is able to keep them at bay. They're able to keep us at bay all the way up until extra innings. We're now going into the top half of the 10th, where unfortunately we have Kirby Yates, who comes up and gives a single up to now score the runner who is placed at second base every single extra inning. Once again, I hate this rule. Obviously, sometimes it can be in our favor. Other times, it's not the best thing to happen. So this now makes it a 6-5 ball game. We get to the bottom half of the 10th inning, and this is where it gets really good for me in terms of just us trying to make something happen. Even if it's a win against someone like Miami, we still want to win, right? We don't want to walk away with a loss, especially starting this series with a loss against the lower half team. So we've got a moment where Andy Pages walks, right? He's seeing the ball well, takes one for the team and walks. We now have Teoscar Hernández, who comes up and puts down a sacrifice bunt. This is the first time we've seen it this year. It was a phenomenal job on his behalf to at least put something down, get something going, even if he's going to give himself up for an out. Oh well, we got a runner in scoring position now. We left it up to a guy who was supposed to have the night off, but comes off the bench hot, keeps his bat hot. I mean, this dude, Tommy Edman, comes up with a big 2-run RBI to win the game in walk-off fashion. Tommy Edman, hats off to you, kid. I mean, you have just been putting on a great performance this year. This guy has been showing up game after game, showing that he still has it, doing whatever he can to win. I mean, the guy is just going off right now in terms of hitting the ball, seeing the ball right. Once again, he's getting on base with walks. He's getting on base with hits. He can even hit a home run. This one in walk-off fashion with just a hit, but he gets it done. And we take that one in crazy fashion, 7-6. So great job on the Dodgers' behalf. Dustin May actually finishes that game with 5.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, no home runs, but this brings his ERA now to a 3.95. So Dustin May, I mean, just needs a little bit more time to get going, I guess. He had a great start. Once again, this is a guy who has not been in baseball for almost 2 years, comes into this season and just given lights out performances, but the last 2, unfortunately, just kind of shows that baseball works that way sometimes. It is a game of failure, like I've said before. He's just going to have to go through some things right now, but he's all right. You know, he's looking good. He's not looking terrible. The fact that he is healthy and staying healthy is phenomenal. I mean, this is a guy who missed a couple of seasons because of injuries, one of them being a very odd injury in terms of that whole salad incident. Dustin May just, obviously is going to keep going and keep getting after it and keep showing that he has fight in him. So I believe in him. I think he's a great pitcher for us. Once again, a guy who can stay healthy. So hats off to you, Dustin May, for a great night, and hats off to the Dodgers for getting this one in a walk-off fashion. Now let's jump into game 2, where a walk-off is not even required. We just completely pile it on the Marlins in this one. We do not take our foot off their necks as we should have done, right? So Jack Dreyer gets the start for the Dodgers in this one, and he only goes 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. But then it's followed up by Matt Sawyer. Matt Sawyer got a little bit of some time in Washington pitching against them, but then comes into this game with 5 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He now has an ERA of 2.70. Matt Sawyer did a very good job in this one. I mean, the fact that he had 4 strikeouts, it's hard to strike out just one guy in the major leagues. The fact that he got a total of 4, not having too much time in the major leagues, he's still looking like he's doing good. So hats off to you, Matt Sawyer, for a great night. So Sandy Alcantara is on the mound for the Miami Marlins, and we just jump all over this guy. I'm literally on the first pitch of game 2. Shohei Ohtani gets his first home run as a dad, his first home run of the game. That ball's up, that ball's back, that ball is fair, and that ball is out of here into the away bullpen. What a great job for Shohei Ohtani. And then it follows up after that by just us completely ambushing the Marlins. I mean, guys like Shohei Ohtani, Teoscar Hernández, this guy is just showing so much life right now too in terms of his bat. Teoscar Hernández is going off the way we expected him to. That's why we wanted him back so badly. I'm glad we get him back for a couple more years, right? It's not just another 1-year extension. And who knows, he may even get us another ring. I mean, I really believe in the guy. He shows so much life in the dugout, that big old bright smile that he has. I mean, he just seems like he's such an uplifting spirit in the dugout, in the clubhouse. I mean, the seed celebration, Mr. Seeds is what they call him. The fact that he brings something like that over to LA, where we always have fun with it, right? We do the celebration of Shohei Ohtani's commercial, the seed celebration. So Teoscar Hernández, have a year, kid. He's doing great right now, and I just cannot wait to see what the future holds for him. He says if he gets invited back to the home run derby, he will accept that challenge. Who knows, maybe he brings a second one back to LA, the only Dodger to win the first one, the only Dodger to win back-to-back. I mean, once again, I believe in the guy. He's on a streak right now completely and just showing the bat hot. Tommy Edman, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, I mean, all of these guys. Andy Pages, this dude is coming out of nowhere. I mean, Andy Pages is showing a lot of life in terms of his bat. We're talking about a guy at the beginning of the season that we didn't really believe in, right? A couple of times where he was just inconsistent. Defense was looking great, and then out of nowhere goes over to Chicago and just gives this lights out performance. Comes back against Pittsburgh, lights out performance there. Comes up against the Marlins and just keeps it going. I mean, this guy is just showing up and showing out. He's showing the fact that he's still in it to win it. It is early on in the season, and he just needed a little bit of time to get warm. So Andy Pages, have a year as well, kid. Very happy that you're coming around as well. You know, it looks phenomenal in terms of our bats. So the Dodgers showing some really good life throughout the whole game. I mean, literally scoring in almost every inning, putting up runs, whether it was one, whether it was multiple. It looked great throughout the whole game. Of course, in the top half of the 9th inning, our guy, Kike Hernandez, come up to pitch. Now, when I first saw him wearing this helmet, I believe it was in spring training, he was getting interviewed with it on. I honestly thought it was just a helmet he created. It almost looked like a Star Wars helmet to me. I mean, the way it looked on the front of his head and everything. Come to find out, this is actually the helmet pitchers are given if they would like to wear it in a game. Of course, that Bobby Miller line drive that he suffered in spring training. In case of any moments like that, pitchers are offered this helmet in case they want to wear it. Kike Hernandez obviously showing that he wanted to be protected out there, because any of those pitches that are coming in only 50, 60 miles per hour at a, high-pitched softball speed, he's bound to get a line drive if one of those guys gets a hold of it. So looks like he wanted a little bit of extra safety out there, but we take that one in a very, very good fashion. Once again, a team like the Marlins, who isn't the best, but is an MLB team. I mean, we saw in game 1, if we give them an opportunity to capitalize, they will capitalize on it. So the fact that we scored all throughout this game, the fact that we kept our foot on their necks, the fact that we knocked them down and kept them down, we did not let them kick the door down. We stayed in this one clearly all the way through, and we take game 2 15-2, looking great in terms of our offense once again. Pitching looking very good in this one as well. We only allowed 2 runs to come across from 2 different pitchers, so that's very good as well. So we jump into game 3 now, where we do not stop the ambush. We keep putting it on them. We keep making sure that we score more and more runs. We ensure that we are still going after the Marlins strong. And in fact, in this start, we've got this gentleman's first start of the 2025 season. He's just coming off of elbow surgery. Tony Gonsolin. He gets his start in LA and doesn't do a very bad job at all. I mean, the fact that he got a total of 6 innings, he had 9 strikeouts in those 6 innings, and he also gets the win. So for a guy who hasn't been on the bump since 2023, I mean, he's doing a very, very good job of getting a start like this. Gonsolin finishes the game at 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 9 strikeouts, and 1 home run, bringing his ERA to 4.50. So once again, not the best ERA, but a guy who hasn't been in baseball for quite some time, still getting 9 strikeouts in a game says a lot. Yes, it's a lower half team like the Marlins, but I'm glad that he got the start that he did. It may even build some confidence in him, some momentum for him, so that way he can go into his next start nice and strong. As far as the offense goes, it stayed hot in this one as well. In fact, we even got some bats that came alive. Max Muncy ends his home run drought in this game. He gets a big shot to right center field. I mean, what a job from Max Muncy. This guy, unfortunately, getting a lot of crap right now from Dodger fans, getting a lot of crap right now from baseball fans in general. And yes, I will admit, he's very inconsistent. He does not hit the ball that hard all the time, and he's not even getting hits in multiple games, unfortunately, right now. However, I think he's seeing the ball a little bit better. I mean, we saw some walks against Colorado. We even saw some big hits against Texas. Didn't do too good against Chicago or Pittsburgh. However, he comes up in this game and does a great job of seeing this ball, gets his pitch, and ends a drought. Yes, it's a little bit later than we expected, but it's not too late to get some home runs going. This still is the first half of the season. We're not even at the All-Star break. We're not even a month away from the All-Star break. This guy has some time to get going, get hot with his bat. Max Muncy just doing a great job right now. In my opinion, I feel like he is going to come alive. This may even be a breakout season for Max Muncy. Although it's coming a little bit later, like I said, than we expected, it is still the beginning half of the season. So let's give him some time. And I believe in him. My bets are on him. I got my money on Max Muncy this year. I feel like he is going to have a pretty big year. And you guys can give me crap if you guys want to, if he doesn't. However, I believe in Max Muncy. I think he's going to do just fine this season. We even got some big plays from guys like Michael Conforto. Now, this guy, unfortunately, just not showing up on the offense. Does a great job in this one in the top half of the first inning to get a big out in left field. Goes into the stands, in fact, grabs his ball. Looked good. Now, unfortunately, at the plate, he went 0 for in this one. I mean, this guy, once again, is a bat that just cannot come alive. Yes, someone like Max Muncy doesn't have the hottest bat as well, but once again, showing improvement in terms of getting on base, right? A guy who wants to get on, a guy who can at least get a walk, whatever the case may be. Although Conforto walks twice in this one, he's not really getting much hits. He's not really doing much in terms of getting these big RBIs, getting any type of home runs or anything like that. So unfortunately, Michael Conforto right now, the bat just needs to come alive for that guy. I feel like that's somebody we should really be targeting at. Max Muncy, of course, being Max Muncy, he's done a lot for the Dodgers, has suffered some injuries with the Dodgers, and unfortunately, I think those injuries are kind of what have changed Max Muncy. But someone like Michael Conforto, who comes over from the Giants, kind of has to prove himself, right? This is a guy who is just coming over this season. This is a guy who's coming over to a team like the Dodgers, with bats that have always been hot, whether they're hot all the time, they go cold for a little bit, just like Teoscar Hernández. He mentioned that he wasn't having the start that he wanted in a podcast that he did with Mookie Betts recently, which I got to watch. That was a very cool podcast. And he mentioned that they just weren't getting off to a very hot start, the Dodgers in general. But if you look at series like these, even though they're against bottom half teams, they're still building momentum off of the fact that they're getting big hits. They're still building some confidence off of that. They're still going at it strong. So I feel as though they are really going to get on a streak right now to where they just keep winning and they're going to go after it. I really have belief in these guys right now. Although, yes, they are the 2024 world champions and they should be playing like it all the time. This is baseball. It's a 162 game season, right? It's not a sprint, it is a marathon. So at the end of the day, these guys are going to have a little bit of some cold times. They're not always going to have their best games. They will have their days, but I promise you right now, these guys are still playoff contenders. These guys will still be in the postseason this year and doing what they do best, playing Dodger baseball. So hats off to the Dodgers once again for a big hit night. We have big home runs from guys like Freddie Freeman as well, who gets his 40th home run against the Marlins in this one. He does a great job. Andy Pages still showing some life. In fact, he gets 1 hit out of 4 at-bats. The fact that he keeps getting on base some way, somehow, shows that Andy Pages is really seeing the ball good right now. So I believe in him as well. He is going to keep going. He's going to stay hot. I believe in him all the way. Teoscar Hernández as well showing some life in this game. In fact, he gets 2 hits. He hasn't been having the hottest start to his season. Unfortunately, not having a batting average we would see usually in the postseason from him. But right now, not looking too bad in terms of seeing the ball as well. I mean, he got that big hit against Pittsburgh, and that was a big home run later on in the game coming off the bench cold. To then doing that is phenomenal. So Teoscar Hernández, keep it up as well, kid. You're looking great at the plate right now, and I believe in him as well. Now, we are Dodger fans here, and we bleed blue all the way, but once again, got to give my hat off and give credit where credit's due. Kyle Stowers having a multiple hit game in this one. He got 2 home runs and a double. Just seeing the ball very well at the plate, doing a very good job of hitting these balls. One off of Gonsolin, the other one off of a rookie, Gomez, but it is a home run and gets that double as well. So hats off to you, kid, for a great night at the plate. So that wraps up game 3. We take that one 12-7 over the Marlins, and we get this series in a sweep fashion. It looked great for us. Once again, the Dodgers just showing the fact that we had so much life in these games. The fact that we put up double digits in terms of runs in the whole series together is phenomenal. The fact that we were able to get multiple hits, multiple home runs, the fact that guys' bats came alive, such as Teoscar Hernández, such as Max Muncy, even though it's one home run, I still take it. I think he's still going to go off and have a great season. Andy Pages stays hot. Teoscar Hernández stays hot. These guys are now showing some life, showing the fact that they're getting going. And although it's a lower half team, like I keep mentioning, it still is a way to build momentum. It still is a way to get us some confidence to go into this next series where we are headed to Atlanta, and we've got none other than one of the greatest pitchers in baseball right now, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, taking on Grant Holmes of the Atlanta Braves. So let's see how this one goes. Yamamoto not having the worst start in his last one, but not having an ideal start that we were hoping for. So hopefully he comes into this one a little more locked in, ready to go, and he can keep his ERA the lowest in baseball. So that concludes tonight's episode of the Blue Dugout Podcast. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this series as well, who you guys think is going to go off this season maybe. Let me know some favorite Dodger moments of this series, and give a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. This is Chris Pacheco wishing you a very pleasant afternoon, wherever you may be.